Watched the new John Wick the other day. It's still good, still fun. One thing that caught my attention was that it was basically designed like a good video game. Heavily stylized, memorable, distinct characters, bosses, interesting world building, the powerful sense of rhythm and structure. I mean, John Wick franchise always felt like it was influenced by action games, specifically Uncharted, but this one just went all out. Go watch it, you'll understand when you see the film. Anyway, there was a certain line that stuck with me in the film. Quote, "Those who cling to life die. Those who cling to death live." Feels like a line that was written just to sound cool, right? Felt more than that actually. I grew up in a middle-class family, and just like every other middle-class family in my country, we've gradually fallen into the financial trap that is curse of the middle class. We lived paycheck to paycheck. Some days were good, some days were bad, but nothing really changed the status quo in the long run. Reason why is because there was always this anxiety of, quote, will the money be enough until the end of the month? Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. The thing is, middle class curse also has a very powerful, almost genetical mental effect on you. It forces you to play absolutely safe. Not just monetarily, mind you, in all aspects of life. Every middle class kid always feels this deep running anxiety of all the things that might go wrong, even if we think about trying something different than the things we know. I'm over 30 and still hear the voice of my mother sometimes telling me to not to buy or do something that she would think too expensive or dangerous. Don't get out of the safety lines. A friend of mine also told me how, ever since childhood, he always had this weird, projected fear about taking a chance. He even said that whenever he encountered a decision that may benefit him but change the status quo, he always felt like he shouldn't accept it simply because it might put him in a worse place than he is. It's almost like a lot of people in new generations feel like they're hanging life by a thread. Those who cling to life die. Those who cling to death live. We've been fooled. By people, by ourselves. We've been led to believe that in order to live, we have to put life on a pedestal. We are beings born in the jungle, fought with countless beasts in order to survive and thrive. But in today's world, they're telling us it's okay to play safe now. Go to your work, pay your bills, find someone to spend your life with, and you're grand. After all, no more jungle, no more Neanderthals, no more danger. Just accept, just conform. Don't try to be something you're not destined to. If you're having issues, don't try to solve them. Just ask someone to do it for you. A friend, a lover, a politician, an authority. You can't do anything by yourself anyway. Just ask someone to fix things. Don't stray away from the crowd. Blend in. Be in the middle. Now, I know this sounds like I'm just being sarcastic, but believe me when I tell you this. This is literally drilled into the minds of millions of people as I speak. Safety. This is all it comes down to, right? We have traded bravery for safety. For what? To get rid of fear and anxiety. Then, what do you call this feeling inside right now? Are we so afraid of death that we accept things, we put our trust in things and systems that are frankly worse than death? Modern safety is nothing but a joke, it's a lie. Your safety, for the most part, depends on other people and their decisions. Your emotional safety depends on family, friends, and lovers. Your financial safety depends on your bosses. Your mental safety depends on media and people's reactions. Your physical safety depends on your country's lawmakers. All this illusion can and will be taken away. Let me give you my perspective on why I think this way. My part of the world is fucked up. Most of the region is in despair in all ways you can think of. War, economical recession, political instability, civil rights violations, polarization, intense hard drug use, infighting, depression, and so on. Shit's so unbearable at times, the only thing we can do is just make fun of it. No one is coming to save those in need, no one will. Because to be frank, everyone is trying to find someone to help them. A mentor, a lover, a politician, a soldier, a hero, a savior. It's all that's needed, right? Daddy Elon, new right-wing patriot politician, new left-wing revolutionary fighter politician, the AI, the Messiah. No. Let's complain, piss and moan forever, but truth doesn't change. No one's coming. I wasn't able to find anyone to help me emotionally when I was completely isolated from my circles for the nauseating things that they accused me with. Only my family had my back, and I'm not going to brush them aside for the sake of dramatization. I wasn't able to find anyone to help me financially and legally when our rent was increased by 110% by the landlords in a country with a law that states the maximum annual rent increase limit is 25%. I wasn't able to find anyone to help me mentally relieve myself when I was getting headaches night after night right after I realized the bleak future that was waiting. I wasn't able to find anyone to help fight with me when I got jumped by 7 people with weapons in the middle of the city. Because nothing is safe. No one is safe. All this made me realize one simple thing. Save yourself. All those job securities, loving partners, polite societies, laws and whatnot. Most of them will crumble in the near future. The future we're heading for is very bright in some ways, but it is also quite depressing in others. And when the push comes to shove, no matter where you stand, you may get the short end of the stick. There's only one way to even have the slightest chance. Bet on yourself. Title drop. Anyway, let's be serious. Save money. Try to find a way to be your own boss. Learn basic survival skills. Learn a practical martial arts. Learn how to repair basic things. Read history. Learn the difference between the things you've been told to and the things that are actually real. Learn to think without emotions involved. Understand your emotions and what they actually mean. Get to know the animal inside. Get to know the God inside. Mentally fortify yourself by learning philosophical and psychological teachings. Do not back down when you're treated unfairly. Don't attach meaning to most things. Don't dwell on past. Don't get anxious about your decisions. Go take care of your problems head on. Talk to yourself like a friend, an honest friend. Choose people around you carefully as if you're trying to walk on glass barefooted. Learn the power of solitude. Learn the power of solidarity. Learn to tap into your courage. And most importantly, keep the hope inside alive. You will need all of this. I wish you wouldn't, but you will. We all will. Some will have it easy, some will have it harder. Whatever the case, be your own hero. Only then you can help others. Be your own savior. Only then you can create a life of your own.